Haha, let's get this party started.
High def with the professional.
Greasy says.
I don't want to sound like a fucking asshole, but you ever think about what is my money doing? Like the money that I have, what's it doing? Is it just sitting there waiting to be spent? Or is it doing something while it's sitting there? That's one of the biggest things I learned, man, as becoming an adult and coming from simple beginnings and understanding what it's like to be poor as fuck. For real. Understand what it's like to be poor as fuck and then getting a little bit of money and then being like, yo, I know it's like to be poor as fuck. If I spend all this money, I'm gonna be poor as fuck again. I'm glad I learned that lesson, man. That is some gratitude. If we doing gratitude exercises today, it's gonna be one of those things. I'm glad I learned about making money work, because if you don't make money work, then you working for money, and that's fucking slavery right there. We can't have that. We can't have that on Greasy Says. Wow. Welcome back, ladies and germs, to Greasy Says, the greatest video game developer, brown guy podcast on the face of the planet that no one knows about, unfortunately. But we're here, greasy people. I'm so glad y'all came back. I'm so glad y'all listening again for this week on Greasy Says. I'm not really sure how this episode's gonna go. It's late. It's semi-late. It's late for your boy. I should be in bed right now. Speaking of beds. All right. Let me tell y'all something about my bed history. I grew up. All right? When I was a kid, I slept on a little kiddie bed. Shit was hard as rocks, son. Granite. None of this fucking man-made quartz shit. Granite from the ground. My bed was made of granite. And then I went to college later, and that bed was made of limestone, a slightly more porous, a little bit softer rock. All right? And then I became a semi-adult, and I bought my own twin bed. Or it might have been a full. Anyway, it was some small ass, raggedy ass shit. Paid money for that. And that shit was like sleeping on a bunch of marbles, which was fantastic in my little ass brain. Then many painstaking, arduous, challenge-filled nights and days later, I finally upgraded to a queen-sized mattress with springs in it. And it was not even on the ground. It was on some shit. It was on some steel, a steel frame. And the shit was magnificent. And your boy bounced and frolicked and cajoled to his heart's content on that bed. And then as things went on, we moved up to a queen with some foam shit on it. How long have I been talking about this bed? Is it too long to be talking about a bed? Should I mean, if you're here to hear about my bed, right? So, all right. So my thing is, I want to move to the next level. I feel like I've accomplished some shit in my life. I'm a dad now. I'm on the down. I'm right at the top. I'm about to hit the downhill, right? I don't even need brakes no more. I could just coast down the hill, occasionally pump brakes. I don't have to work hard. That's it for me. So it's time to upgrade to a king. and I've been looking for the kings. Let me tell y'all something. The same way that water, okay, is gonna become a precious resource in the world, and the shit is gonna start costing more than gas, all that shit. A good ass mattress is very similar to water. A good ass mattress, you can't put a price on a good ass mattress, okay? But you can put a really high price on a good ass mattress. And a good ass mattress could end up costing you like 4 G's, homie, in this day and age. 4 G's. That's like some people like several months of a paycheck to get a good night's sleep, which should be a human right. To get a bomb ass mattress, you have to pay that much. I bet you all these online mattress salespeople will tell you otherwise, but I don't buy that. No, I don't. It can't be true. It can't be true. Like I said, welcome back to Greasy Says. This podcast is about video games and about developing video games. I swear to God, that's what it's about. We like 7 minutes in and we haven't talked about video games once. Is there a way for me to tie mattresses and video games together? Hold on. Nope, not really. There should be a mattress video game where you play as a mattress. Or you're a mattress salesperson? Nah, you play as a mattress. What's the mechanic though? Getting peed on by babies, drooled on, people bleed on you. You're just a mattress. You can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, so it's like a hopeless cause. Yeah, it's probably not a good game idea. Scratch that, throw that shit out. Shut it down, we're not doing the mattress game anymore. No, boss said it's stupid, yeah. So we're not doing it. I know we spent a bunch of money doing it. Who gives a fuck? We're not doing that. We're not doing the mattress game anymore.
Who threw that?
I want to talk about Gregory G.C. Coleman. I need to educate myself, so I did a little dive on that dude. He was a black dude who created the Amen break, which is, or the Amen break. I don't know what you call it. Amen, Amen, whatever. But it's a very popular break in drum and bass. It's like the basis of like fucking 90% of drum and bass music is the Amen break. Anyway, this dude played in a band back in the day, and he played this ridiculous drum break, and the recording is incredible. And it spawned I don't even know how many records, drum and bass records. And this dude never got paid for that shit. He wrote the break. He played the break. He never got paid for that shit. The motherfucker died homeless. Never made no money off of the break. One of the most used samples in the entire universe. I'm sure there's fucking aliens out there playing the Amen break, dog. Look that shit up if you haven't. Anyway, there was like a GoFundMe in 2015 that raised 24,000 pounds towards the band that GC had played with. Gregory Coleman had played with. But like 24,000 pounds, and he's already dead. You know what I'm saying? So he's never gonna see that money, and his band got it. 24,000 pounds. That's a fucking drop in the bucket. That's nothing. That is nothing. And like, props to the people who put that GoFundMe together, because they were trying to help. But like, you could never pay GC enough for that fucking sample. He's already dead. And his bandmates get the money, and they didn't even play the break. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just proof black people get taken advantage of over and 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 over again. Oh, okay. Back in a previous episode of Greasy Says, go back and listen to it. I think it was AI. It has AI in the title, so search for that. I was talking about AI and how it's coming for all of our jobs. Hey, how right am I? How did I nail it? All right, let's talk about it. So, DALL-E 2, right? Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's using it. Everybody's posting about it. AI generated art. You feed it a bunch of words and it makes some art, and it's really fucking good at it, if I'm honest. Yeah. So, say goodbye to pre-pro artists, pre-production artists, people who do storyboards, people who even visualize ideas that some director says, I feel like this movie should be about clouds in a taint, and some artist has to figure out what clouds inside of a taint look like. Now you just feed the AI that shit and it's gonna give you some clouds in a taint. So goodbye, pre-production artists. Your job has been taken away by AI. Eventually, it's not gonna happen immediately, but just fucking wait. Just wait until those motherfuckers get their hands. Wait till the suits get their hands on some shit. Be careful. Be careful. Up your game. Always up your game. Also, fucking this fucking ridiculous, stupid spoof, ploy, lie, snake oil fucking shit. FN Mecca, the AI rapper, the quote AI unquote rapper, which turned out to be not an AI rapper at all. It was just some marketing ploy bullshit. But yo, that's the other thing that's coming for real. Like, they're coming for music. AI is coming for music. They have been trying for a long time, and they gonna crack some shit soon. I'm just saying, learn to do a lot of shit, because AI is coming for your job. For real. Music producers also done. Very soon, very, very soon, they're gonna figure out how to write all the music you'd ever want that hits all the triggers and makes you feel all kinds of ways just by typing that shit into a search engine. Just saying, like, shit I like to do, I'm gonna be doing that shit as a hobby real soon. Voiceover actors, I just learned about this shit, Mur or something like that, M-U-R. I might have gotten that mixed up, but it's basically AI voiceover. No people. You just feed it lines and it very convincingly creates a voiceover in a bunch of different voices. It's a wrap. Night night. Speaking of night night. Speaking of night night. I've started sending these text messages to my friends of like fucked up or like thought-provoking or like weird things at like 11 o'clock at night, and being like night night, like send them a video of like some crazy shit and be like night night. I like going to bed on like a crazy tip or like a thought-provoking tip. I like draining my brain right before I go to sleep with some like crazy shit. So I figured I'd share it around. Night night. It's been a couple days since I recorded that last bit, and boy am I in pain. Oh my god. Not exercising for a week and then exercising super hard. Yeah, your body thanks you the day after, especially if you don't stretch, you fucking idiot. Anyway, I got a few more things that I've noticed. Pacific Drive, new game that got announced. I have it here in my notes. I can't even remember. Let me see what this is. Oh yeah. So this is a game about basically being a car, and you're just driving. Like, the player character is the car. And it's not really just a racing game. It's kind of a exploration, mysterious, potentially supernatural game. And you're driving this like old fucking station wagon down these treacherous looking settings, through these settings. It looks awesome. It's such a cool idea. There was another game. Here's a remember that game, I guess.
Remember that game.
There's another game called Jalopy that I played a while back that was awesome. Where you were like driving, almost like I think you were driving through like Eastern Europe or something like that, and you'd have to like stop and change tires because your tires would blow out, and you'd upgrade your car, and it was a piece of shit. So it's just like a road trip game, where you're every level is you just trying to get to the next city, but all these things can happen to your car, and you have to get out and change tires or fill fluid and put gas in your car, all that kind of stuff. Like mundane, jobby stuff, but it ends up being fun, like a lot of games these days. It's funny how games, like jobs as games is fun, but real jobs aren't. That's weird. Power washer simulator, like fuck, that must be like grueling work. Is it fun work if you are a power washer? Because apparently the power washing game is fucking a blast. People like doing boring shit for fun sometimes. It's crazy. Anyway, Pacific Drive. Color me intrigued. Oh, and I have a funny story. Recently, my kid, there's a kid alert story. So if you don't like listening about kid shit, just tune out now. Fast forward like 5 minutes. So my kid was like, had this issue like where we had to check if he would like stop breathing at night, kind of like sleep apnea kind of thing, like if he would like snore and then he would stop breathing, then we'd and then start snoring again, like like that, you know what I mean? That would be something to be concerned about. So I decided I would go and like record him sleeping. Y'all should have seen me, man. He was in the crib. I waited like 15, 20 minutes after he had fallen asleep. Hopefully he was in a deep enough sleep. Crept in the door. My house floors creaky as fuck. My house is old, man. I got an old ass fucking house. And the floorboards creak all over the place. You can't sneak around in my house. You just can't. I don't know what he's gonna do when he's a teenager, but he ain't gonna be able to sneak out. Maybe I'll be old and decrepit so I won't even know. But there ain't nobody sneaking around nowhere in this fucking house. So I like stepping on the right floorboard so I don't create creaks, pivot on this toe, land on an elbow, you know what I mean? And I got to his crib, popped the phone in there because I'm taking a video. Popped the phone right up to his face, like taking a video. And I waited there for like 5 to 7 minutes in this position. And I'm chilling. I got my squat in, my glutes are working. I'm down low because I gotta get down in the crib. So I'm working here, right? This is a held pose that I'm doing. Then like 5 minutes in, my boy did one of these. He like flipped over, kind of half woke up. He like, people roll in their sleep or whatever. He like did a little roll, and right when he did the roll, I like popped up and dropped down like fucking Solid Snake, dog. I was on my belly in prone position. Prone. With the phone in my hand, covering my head, just trying to be quiet, not breathe. I'm not trying to wake up this little man. And then I Metal Geared my way backwards out of the room. You know what I mean? You know when Solid Snake is in the fucking vent and then you press back and they kind of reverse crawl out of the vent, which is really hard to do in real life. I'll let you know right now. I mean, that's just a reversed animation in Metal Gear. The shit is hard as fuck in real life. Especially when you got a door behind you that's kind of half open and you trying to not be creaky. Shit was hard. But I want to just give myself props and let y'all know that I I'm a Metal Gear dude, man, when it comes to taking videos of my kids sleeping. All right, he didn't catch me. All right, there was no bring, there was none of that. I just snuck in, snuck out, perfect score, perfect stealth score. Yay for me. Lots of updates, lots of little updates, lots of news this week. You know what I mean? It's just the way it goes sometimes. One of my biggest fans, I wish he was a fan of mine. A person I'm a big fan of is Video Game Donkey. You probably know who Video Game Donkey is. Everybody knows who he is. It's hilarious. Sound like a black dude, but he's actually a chubby white dude. I find that fascinating. Anyway, he did a genius move. I got 2 genius alerts this week. The first genius alert is Video Game Donkey and his partner Leah have launched their own video game publisher. Dog, you know how fucking next level this dude is thinking? He appreciates a certain type of game. He knows what makes a good game. There's no doubt about it. And he has a very particular taste. He's also highly influential in the YouTuber sphere. All right, everybody fought. That man put out a video and day one it got like 1 million views automatically, if not more. This dude made his own video game publisher with all the money he probably got from YouTube and all his other stuff. That's amazing because he can guide what kind of games can be made, the games that he likes to make, which are gonna be good because he likes good games. He likes games that focus on gameplay and have a lot of substance to them. What a baller ass move. What a baller ass move to take your YouTube money from your gaming YouTube channel and start a publisher where you gonna get paid double, triple times, dog, because you getting paid when the game goes out. You making money off of them, off of every developer. Then you already a fucking YouTube star, so that's gonna bump whatever that developer puts out because your name is attached to it. And then you gonna get more views because you might review the shit that your developers made. This dude got it sewn the fuck up. This shit is crazy. Genius alert. All right, I'm excited about this. I'm very, very excited about this. And then the second genius alert, this is more on the comedy side, if you're into comedy. There's a comedian called Stavros Halkias. Hilarious dude, unfiltered, raw as fuck comedy. And he's been blowing up recently. Like he went on a big tour and he YouTubed live the whole thing. He has a YouTube special that he put out. He was all over the fucking social medias with like all these little short clips and blah, blah, blah. He's like just cranking out content. And then his tour was over. And usually what comedians do, some of them do, is they take a break. They take a break for like 3 months. However long they're not working, they're not on the road, especially after a long, grueling tour like that. But this dude, genius alert number 2, this dude turned around, and he's a big dude, he's a fat dude, right? He turned around, and right after his tour is done, he starts a new series of videos where it's him trying to lose weight from being on tour and trying to get back in shape from eating fucking chicken wings and pizza and all the shit that you eat on the road and having that road fucking gut, road ass, and all your shit is fucked up from being on the road for so long. He made a video series of him trying to get better. So the content never stops until the next special. This dude is a next genius, man. So yeah, respect to both Video Game Donkey and Stavros Halkias. Take notes.
Today's key.
I am a gold mine.
And I am the cold shine.
What you want, what you need, what you want, I got it. What you want, what you need, what you want, I got it. I'm your neighborhood hustler.
Reflection.
I have a slightly controversial reflection today. Let's think about this. Answer me this, people, greasy people listening. Answer me this. Why do coders get paid so much more than QA? Why? What are you thinking? Their job is more technical. Coding is hard. It's a specialization. I get that. Without a coder, you have no game. I get that. But without QA, you also have no fucking game, right? Like, you could have the best coder in the whole fucking world, but if no one plays the game before it comes out, it could be dog shit. So QA is incredibly important when it comes to the quality, obviously, of your game, how fun your game is to play, and how fucking buggy your game is when it goes out the door. Because, I mean, coders are genius, they're smart and everything, and they doing their thing or whatever. But motherfuckers be putting bugs everywhere, right? Like, yo, you're one person, you're bound to make some bugs. Coders make bugs. Coders don't always test their shit, that's for damn sure. And sometimes coders create a lot of bugs just through like sloppy work or systems upon systems that, break when they interact with each other or whatever. A million things could go wrong. But I'm saying, if QA is here to basically do half of your job, right? Your job is to create code, create problems, solve problems, right? If half of that is seeing a problem when it happens, finding shit that you fucked up, that you coded, QA is handling all of that for you. QA is coming back with all the shit to help you make a better product. So how the fuck does QA get paid so low for majority of the time, as far as I remember and could tell? They get paid so much lower than coders, even though they're doing half of the coder's job. Maybe even a little bit more than half. You know what I mean? They're making the coders look better because they finding all the bugs that the coders made. So why the fuck they ain't getting paid more? Why are they at the bottom of the rung, in my opinion? It's weird. It's weird to me. It annoys me.
What a surprise.
You should at least get paid a little bit. Like, there should be like bonuses for QA. If your shit go out and like nobody complaining about the shit is mad broken, or nobody, like, you know what I mean? Like, your game come out and the servers work. Well, that could be on QA. That could be on a million other things. So I'm not going to include that. But if your game comes out and you don't have no quest breaking bugs or fucking like animation problems with people falling out the sky or like, popping in, like that dude in Witcher 3 who was carrying that box forever, but the box wasn't in his hands. Y'all remember that dude? He'd be walking, he'd be all crouched down like he was carrying something heavy, but a bug happened where the box wasn't in his hands. So it just looked goofy as fuck. If your game come out and you do have that shit, QA should get a bonus. QA should get a bonus. It don't have to be big. Make it half, or make it a fucking quarter of a coder's salary and just throw that at QA. Everybody in QA get that bump if the game comes out and it's not buggy as fuck. You know what I mean? It's that's something to reflect on, y'all. Think about that shit, man. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Pay QA more because they're as much the gatekeepers of your shit that coders are. They are as big gatekeepers of a game as the coders are.
Finally got it out in the end, didn't you? Tried very hard.
What you play, what you play, what you play,
What you playing?
what are you playing?
What you playing?
All right. I've been playing a bunch of shit recently. I've been on a really good kick of game playing recently. I'm loving that. I'm hoping it will extend into the end of the year because I have quite a few lined up. But I'm jumping around right now. I'm playing like 3 different games right now at the same time. Hopefully I finish one of them. But I'll tell you which one I'm not going to finish because I didn't like it. Whattam. Is that how you say it? Or is it Waitam? Whattam, Waitam? I'm gonna say Watam because it sounds more fun. Watam. It was made by, well, the creative director of Katamari Damacy, which is a goddamn classic, back on the PS2. He started a new studio, and they made this game Watam. And Annapurna, is Annapurna? Yeah, I think Annapurna published it. But I wanted to like that game so much going in, but it fucking sucks. I'm sorry, it does. It's speaking of QA, speaking of motherfucking QA, that shit is buggy as frig. Like damn near unplayable sometimes. How the fuck did this game get out the door? What happened during production where the dude who made Katamari ended up putting out a game like this? Like Katamari had its own camera problems and all that kind of stuff, but it was fun. It was like a blast to play. It was very playable. This shit is goddamn unplayable, man. Just moving your characters around is a pain in the ass. Moving the camera around is a pain in the ass. They mapped camera rotation to the triggers. And then they mapped selection of characters to the right stick. Who the fuck does that? Yo, even if you had, all right, cameras on the right stick like every other fucking game in the universe, and left and right trigger could be toggle back and forth to the next dude. Like that, even that would be better. Because when you're flying around with this fucking cursor, it's so unwieldy trying to select a dude because it's on the right thumbstick. So you press up, and what is it? Is it up spatially, like on a Z-axis? Is it up on a Y-axis? What does it mean? Where are we going? Where's the arrow going to go? I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. Dog, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? How the fuck did QA play this game and be like, yeah, this is fine. I get this. Impossible. Fucking possible. Either QA didn't exist on this game or they just didn't give a fuck about what they were saying. It annoyed me so much. The art style is cool. It's cute, you know, and the general premise of the game seems cool enough. You know what I mean? You're building little towers of dudes to try and get to stuff. I get that. You're wearing your little hats and you're doing all this fun shit. The sound design was great. And the way they had like different elements of the music, depending on who you're controlling, come in and out. I like that. Really great presentation for the most part, but basically unfucking playable. The camera's a fucking mess. It screws up every single cool reveal moment. Like you unlock something or a new character shows up and the camera gets stuck behind another character's ass. So you can't even see what's going on. It's a fucking mess. It gets stuck behind geometry. You can't see shit. I mentioned the character controls already, unwieldy as shit. Like the camera thing, right? There's no reason. Mario exists. Look at Mario. That is the best camera. It's the perfect camera for a third-person adventure game. For any third-person game, Mario is the pinnacle. It is the archetype. They have no reason that cameras should suck this hard in a game anymore. And I can't believe that it does in this game. It's crazy. Oh my God. Okay. And then sometimes you'll be building a tower of people, which takes a while because the controls are dog shit, right? So you build this tower of like 7, 8 dudes. And then all of a sudden, that whole tower of dudes will just fly off into the fucking space for no reason. For no reason. You just like went over, you right sticked stupidly over to like another character to use that character to continue building your fucking tower to nowhere. And you come back and the tower's gone. All the characters are fucking gone, floating around above you, laughing, as if laughing at me for being this stupid to think that I could control this fucking game. Oh my God. Oh my God. And then you have to start all over again. because they all come falling back down, but they're all separated. So now you have to build a whole... Sometimes the game will just crash. Inexplicably crash for no reason. And this game is not some crazy technical marvel. It's a fucking cutesy, very basic looking game with not a lot of, like, there's no crazy tech and physics and shit going on. There's no crazy systems. At least as far as I know. I don't know, man. I'm really sad that I'm just ripping on this fucking game so hard. And I really wanted to like it. But it sucked. What time sucked. I'm sorry. My condolences. Don't play this game. Don't play it. All right, let's wrap up this episode of the podcast with some gratitude. Everybody needs some gratitude, man. You always got to exercise that shit. So let's do some today.
Medicate and Meditate.
1. A comfortable ass bed. Boy, let me tell you something. Do you ever feel like you're not grateful enough for your awesome bed? Just spend the night, go to a friend's house, go to a college dormitory, and just spend a couple hours on top of a futon. I guarantee you will walk out, first of all, with your back hurting like a motherfucker, and then second of all, grateful for your beautiful mattress at home. 2, I'm grateful for QA. Without QA, I wouldn't play frickin' masterpieces like Mario Odyssey or Ghost of Tsushima or Don't Starve. Without QA guarding the gates against shitty bugs like what happens in what time, games would be much less enjoyable. So thank you, QA. I'm grateful for you. I see you. 3, I'm grateful for apple juice. Yeah, I said it, apple juice. No, I'm not 5 years old. I recently stopped drinking coffee, and I've replaced coffee with apple juice. And it's fantastic. It's just as much as a wake-up as coffee is. It's just as much of a diuretic as coffee is. It's a great substitute for coffee, so I'm grateful for you apples and the juice you provide. 4, I'm grateful for whoever uploaded all the Elmo's World episodes to YouTube, because you're saving my life. Every now and again when I need 5 minutes to just do something without watching my kid, I can put on Elmo's World, and he's gonna just sit there and drink it in. And 5, I'm still grateful for all of y'all out there listening, man. I see the numbers. I see people coming in and listening, more people listening more regularly. I love it. Keep spreading the word. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm very grateful for my listeners, man. What are you grateful for this week? I know you have to be able to find 5 things. It's not that hard. Could be, you could just look around your room right now and be like, wow, I have lights, I have curtains, I got I'm listening to this on speakers or headphones. I got shoes on my feet, and my fridge has food in it. Boom, you're done. It's like that. So practice that gratitude, y'all. Greasy said. Shimon, come on with it. Cheap on it. Come and get it. Come on. Just cheap on it. You gotta have it. So come and get it. Come on. Ladies and germs, folks from across the nation, across the world, we have reached another tragic end of Greasy Says. Yes, I must go back into my cave, back into the forest. I must recede into that bush like Homer Simpson. Until next time, keep writing in, keep spreading the word of greasiness. Share this shit if you want. Like it if you want. Don't if you don't want to. Really and truly, does it make a difference if I ask you every week to subscribe and like and favorite and all that shit? Does it? Does it actually make a difference? Or is it really like somebody like stumbles upon this shit and is like, yeah, I'll stick around for this. And then they do nothing else. I don't know. So I have to say it. I have to remind people it's like, it's standard practice at this point. Remember, you could always hit me up on social media. That's Greasy Says on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also find my music on Spotify, Bandcamp, Soundcloud under the name M-Cue. That's M-C-U-E. All right, send your love, show your hate, show your whatever.
You sure about that?
Ask me questions, suggest some shit that I should check out. You know what I mean? I never want to run out of games to play, so let me know. And let me know about my reflections. You think QA should get a bonus? I think that's kind of cool if your game is not buggy. That's kind of neat. You know? Anyway. Good, greasy people. Thanks for coming out. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, give me feedback. Tell me to go fuck myself. And until next time, it's me, Greasy. And I'm checking out with the room key, yeah. And I'm checking out with that room key, yeah. Click, night. Latest.